also just wanted to mention as well, just before I get going, that I've actually got a brand new website. It'll be coming up here, and it's basically just a link. It's just a website which kind of takes you to all my YouTube videos, but it's much better categorized. There's going to be, it's just literally starting up, so there's going to be a lot more stuff coming onto the website now, but it's going to be an awesome site. It's going to be so much better laid out than YouTube, where YouTube is just a bunch of silly playlists where nobody can find what they want to look for. So I've spent a lot of time on this website. It's all the videos categorized, everything's there that you need, easy to search for, etc, etc. And like I said, I'm going to be adding in a forum as well, so you guys can chat on the forum and give each other helpful hints and tips. I'll be on the forum as well, helping you guys out as well. There's going to be loads of new stuff on that website, so don't forget to check that out. Link is up here, or it'll be in the description bar underneath. Go and check that out, and there might be some videos in there that you haven't seen before that might be interesting. Okay, so there's no getting around. This is a very difficult piece to do because there's lots of sharps and lots of flats and things like that going on. So I'm just going to take you through the right hand very slowly and very carefully. So we're going to start on C. So C, G, G, F sharp, G, G sharp, G natural, F natural, C. Then the next bit is F, C, C, B, C, D, C, D sharp or E flat. Okay, the next bit. So G, C, C, D, E flat, D, E flat, D, C, F, C. I'll do that one again. G, C, C, D, E flat, D, E flat, D, C, F, C. If you can't do that little bit, you could do that. Just D, E flat, D, C. The next bit. Okay, so C, D, E flat, E, F, D, D, E flat, C, C, D, B, G sharp, G natural, C. That's pretty much the tune. Now, the left hand is where it gets hard. There's not much going on in the left hand, but it's hard to put the two together. So I'm going to try and give you a couple of options that you can do in the left hand, but these are the main notes you're going to do in the left hand. So the first chord we're going to be doing is a C, an E flat, and a G. So those are the three notes. I actually played them, it's still essentially the same chord of C, E flat and G, those notes. So that's the first one. The next one we're going to be going to is F, which is F, F, A and C. Again, but it's still those same notes, F, A, C. And then we're going to be doing F, A flat, C. So all you're moving is just from that A to the A flat. And then we're going back to that C again, C minor actually. And then, actually that's pretty much it. So it's just this one, C minor, C, E flat, G, then F, F, A, C, and then F, A flat, C, back to C minor. So those are the three chords. So a few options, you could just play the block chords. Change to F, then F minor, so swap the A to an A flat, back to C minor. Back to F. That F minor. So that's one option that you can do. You could pulse those notes. That's the other option that you could do. You could just play the single note. If you really wanted to do that. Now, the bit that I did, which is going to be the hardest, and I would suggest that you just do this very, very slowly. I would also suggest that you work out what you're going to do in the left hand, so you practice the left hand through, and then I would suggest that you practice the right hand through to the point where the right hand, you know where it's going and it isn't too much of a problem. So what I did in the left hand was a C, followed by an E flat and a G, and then I hit the G down here, followed by another E flat and C. So it's almost like I'm doing it this. So it's these two notes that are changing. So that's what I'm doing for the first one. The second one is, so I'm keeping these two, A and C, and I'm swapping between the F and the C down here. When I do the F minor one, I'm keeping everything the same, but I'm just moving. So again, it's like, okay. And then we're back down to the C minor one. So make sure you've got that sorted if you want to try this kind of advanced version, and make sure you've got the right hand sorted. Then it's the fun part of putting it together. You've just got to do this really slowly. Want to do hit, I'm just hitting a C down there at the bottom. So when I did the, instead of doing, I didn't want to do that, I just hit those chords. So there we go. I've played it through a little bit slower, but it's just, if you don't actually, a fourth option, if you still want to do, ultimately that is better, because that is pretty much how it does go in the actual music on TV, doesn't it? So if you want to do that, but you want a slightly less complicated version, you've got you can hold your chords, you've got the solid note that you can just change to, you've got the one that I did, which is the hardest one. If you want to make that one just a little bit easier, you can just go. So it's almost like a variation on just playing those block chords. But you'll just, do you see? So it's almost like you're just doing that. So it's still hard, but you don't have another note down here that just goes around messing with things, you know, so otherwise you'll end up, you know, overshooting it or undershooting each time, and it's just something that you have to really focus on and concentrate on, and there's already so much going on in the right hand. It's a lovely little kind of simple tune, but it's also a little bit complicated at the same time as well. So again, slow practice. So it's not quite as nice as, but you could start with that one if you wanted to go straight in at the more advanced version. You could start with that one and then work your way into doing the, the one I did in the video. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check the playlist link, which is coming up here, which will give you a list of all the other tutorials that I've done in this sort of style, and head underneath where there's lots of links. I might even try and write out some chords and things to help you remember and stuff. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.